Hey, it's your girl, Nettie B.
And it's Rima L, and you are tuned in to the Sugar and Spouse podcast, where we'll discuss all the sugar, aka the tips and tricks to make your wedding planning journey a bit sweeter.
And don't forget the spouse, which are ways to keep that spark alive before and after the I do's. We'll also highlight professional vendors. So without further ado, let's get into it.
And you know what I think people don't get into often? The attire for the mother of the bride, the father of the bride, mother of the groom, father of the groom. You know, we always talk about wedding parties being the bridegroom and, bridesmaids, groomsmen. But, there's actual etiquette, I guess, for the mother of the bride and groom and the father of the bride and groom. So, from what we saw, the mother of the bride should stand out and wear a similar color to the bridesmaids, but not the exact same color. So I don't know if that's helpful, but I know when I was trying to find my mom's dress, we were trying to figure it out. Like, okay, do you wear the same color as the bridesmaids? Do you wear whatever you want? Because again, we went the traditional route, so we're trying to find out what she was supposed to wear. But apparently, you can be similar, but not exactly the same as the bridal party.
That's a good point. Like in my case, the mother of the groom was the person there, and she, like, the intention was for her to match with the bridal party, because I honestly didn't look this part up. And it actually just ended up working out that she was like complimenting the bridal party. Like, her color that she ended up getting was like maybe just like a shade deeper, which was like, we lucked out in that way. But I think when it comes to the mother of the bride and the mother of the groom, it gets a little touchy, because you want them to feel their best, look their best. You want them to stand out, right? They want to be dressed slightly better than, just a little bit.
All the other guests, yeah.
Than the other guests, but you don't want them to be dressed like the bride.
That is a huge don't. Moms, it's your daughter's day. Give her that day, okay? You don't want to walk down the aisle, especially if you're walking with your mother, or your mom is gonna fill in those spaces if your father isn't there to do those traditional things, or if you want to be unique and try something different. You don't want to be in competition with the bride. You both shouldn't be wearing ball gowns. Not your day to wear that ball gown.
Yeah, yeah. Same for mother of the groom. Because sometimes they get a little overprotective and feel like they're getting married too. It's like, no, you can't do that. So pretty much, like, the do's are to just make sure that you're coordinating with the bride and the bridal party. Also, that you are speaking with, if there is a mother of the groom as well and a mother of the bride, you guys kind of want to make sure, like, just communicate, like communication.
Absolutely. You guys are about to be one big family. So you have to open up those lines of communication early. And it doesn't hurt, because how about you guys don't communicate and show up in the same dress? Imagine that.
I mean, yeah, you don't want that. Or one bride, the mother of the groom, or one of you guys are completely underdressed. You guys want to be on the same page, and it is a good opportunity to bond. As we were mentioned, you guys can talk with each other and pick it out together and create that foundation as the family is growing.
Absolutely. And another good tip that we found is, instead of going to the bridal salons and asking for mother of the bride or mother of the groom dresses, just ask for black tie dresses, black tie gowns. Because once you say mother of the bride, they're going to show you the most matronly dresses, unless that's your thing. If that's what you want, that's what you say, and they'll give you what you're looking for.
Yes.
But if you're looking for sleek, maybe some modern, trendy, beautiful gowns that doesn't come with the matching short sleeve jacket, you know what I'm talking about? With the shoulder pads.
And the hat.
That's what you say. Yes, that's what you say. I'm looking for a black tie gown. That's it.
Yes, black tie, yes. And that will open up the world of so many more options for you.
So many more options.
So, and that goes for both mother of the bride, mother of the groom. And speaking of both, the person who obviously has it easy is the father of the bride or father of the groom. All they have to do is coordinate with the groomsmen. That's the end. And they're all set.
Easy do and don't list right there for the father of the bride. I don't think they ever give any issues though. I haven't yet to hear like the father of the bride wants to wear some decked out crazy suit.
Yeah, well, we'll never know. Things may change as things become more personalized. But yeah, I feel like the father of the bride is so low key. It's like find information on them.
Well, since we're talking about the wedding party before we move on, I just want to point out that I am so here for the dress code weddings. There's weddings where they tell all the guests to wear black, or they tell the guests to come in white, or the bridal party's in white, and the guests come in another solid color. Loving it. Like the video, the photographs, it looks so good when you see everyone in black. It's so clean.
It is.
Look.
I'm a fan. I'm honestly a fan as well. One of my friends got married, and she asked all of her guests to come in a shade of burgundy, and it was beautiful. Everyone together, and everyone interpreted it in their own way. That was really nice. But as I've spoken to people as guests who hate that, I gotta find something that I don't have. But trust me,
purple dress.
It's worth it at the end.
It's gonna look good.
It's gonna
just listen
to their special day by doing that. And speaking more of the guest attire, I know you guys are probably trying to figure out okay, well, what are the trends for the guest attire? What is it that the guest attire should entail?
Or the do's and don'ts, because
the do's and don'ts,
yeah. So for us to answer this, we must debunk the type of attire that is required for weddings. So when the bride and groom specifies that they want a black tie attire for their wedding, that doesn't mean you necessarily have to wear a black tie, black suit, black pants. For the men and women, it doesn't mean you have to wear black. Surprisingly, there's some people who think, black tie, I have to wear all black. If you want to, yes. But it's just a formal sense. So women, you're wearing gowns or a long dress or a formal midi sometimes can pass. And guys is just wearing a well put together suit for black tie.
Okay. I mean, another thing that is really, really important is that if there is no dress code specified, it's always safe to go with a semi-formal look, which does not include jeans. No, that's never going to be okay. Just not unless, like we said before, the bride and groom specifically say, we're going to do
denim attire,
denim, or we're going to be doing something that like they make it very clear that they want to do something completely relaxed. Otherwise, and even then in that case, you kind of still want to just pick something that's a little bit more dressed up, but all else fails, semi-formal. So guys, that's the slacks, shoes, a collar shirt. Girls, women, female, dress like a dress that's like
not a club dress, no rump shaking dresses. I say the rule of thumb, I think midi and longer for weddings.
Yes, midi and longer, no minis. And nice shoes, not sneakers, not booties. You want to do a strappy sandal or a pump. Cute like those, like something like that, really elegant shoe, you're gonna be fine. You can even do a blouse, but so
and there's nothing wrong with you having an after party flip flop. That's okay. The little fold away slippers, because we know after some time those cute shoes that's good for photos are not meant for you to dance in.
Absolutely. You just gotta make it to reception.
Yes, that's okay. Just don't go to the wedding from ceremony to reception in sneakers, flip flops.
You gotta make it to the reception. Maybe get the first little round of something and then change shoe.
Exactly. Once them shoes change, it's party time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's our tips on the trends on what's going on for 2020. Back, geez Louise, 23, 24 weddings. These are what the trends are. So
Fashion trends.
The fashion trends. Check them out, look it up. And if you're planning your wedding, try them when you go to the salon. See what you like.
So now is the time for our vows and views, where we're gonna read to you guys a story that we found online that kind of coincides with what we're talking about today.
Yeah. So if you caught up on season 1, you already know what it is, and we're about to get into it.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
You want me to get it, or are you gonna read it?
You can go ahead. Yeah.
Want me to, okay, I'm gonna try.
Okay, go ahead. Let's go.
Give a stab at it. So this is Am I the A-hole for not kicking my mother out of my wedding because my wife was offended by her dress? All right, let's get into this. I got married recently, and it was a beautiful day. We considered not inviting my mother because she is not a happy, supportive person in our lives, and she has many issues with my wife. Ultimately, we decided to invite her just because it's a big day and her brand of crazy is quite not attention seeking. I take my wife's side almost all of the time, and definitely every time in front of my mother. But one thing my wife does that drives me crazy is nitpick my mother's clothes and assume there's always a subliminal message behind it. She was offended by what she wore to the rehearsal dinner because the dress had small cutouts on the side. But one of her bridesmaids, mom is young, clearly.
Yeah, okay.
But one of her bridesmaids wore a fancier crop top and skirt combo, and she wasn't offended by that. She was also bothered by the headband my mother wore to our engagement dinner because it was more bejeweled than the ring. I think it's a personal problem.
Yeah, okay.
And my mother-in-law ripped it off of my mom's head and tried it on. Anyway, my mom wore black to our wedding. Never ever heard that black was a taboo thing. My dad got married a couple of years ago, and the bridesmaid wore black dresses. My wife said it was offensive because it's a funeral color, but my mother was wearing a nice lacy one-sleeve.
Wait.
I tell you, mom is young. Yes, or she's trying to get the groove back. But hey, lacy one-sleeve cocktail dress, not something drab like you would wear to a funeral. She asked to ask her to either leave or change. I might be the asshole because she was the bride and it was her day, but I said no. I explained that I actually don't think she did that on purpose. And while I know she has been a jerk in the past, I think she would have worn it even if she liked us. My wife was understandably hurt and felt I didn't have her back on our big day. I even offered to pay to have the color changed in the photos. Though thankfully, my mom just disappeared during the family pictures because she either didn't want to be in them or assumed she wasn't one. I feel so bad for mom.
Oh no.
What do you think?
Okay, I think that the bride is overreacting, but it's not unwarranted. So if she's clearly had nothing but horrible experiences with this mother-in-law, and everyone knows that that's how the mother-in-law gets down, but I feel like everything that she said without seeing what she was actually wearing doesn't sound bad, because the groom could be wrong. He could just not see a big deal and really not understand. Like, okay, the small little cuts on the side. Okay, are there small little cuts? What else is it about the dress? Right? And maybe he's just not used to that, because if her friend was wearing a crop top and a skirt, it could be like, I don't know how the crop top and skirt look. It could be something that's like,
well, he said it's fancier. So
it's formal, and you've seen, I don't know if you guys have seen, but you can look this up. Like, there's formal two-piece sets.
Yes.
Where the top is cropped, but the skirt goes over the stomach.
Yes.
And it's very fancy still, and there's crop, or even if it, whatever. So, and who knows what the mother's thing was wearing. And then the dress being lacy is kind of a red flag, because I don't know what kind of lacy it is.
I don't know. I don't think it's a red flag. I feel like a lot of the older women dresses have like that lace. Like, if you know what I mean. I wasn't seeing it like illusion lace. I was thinking
but we don't know.
We don't. Yeah, no, we don't.
We don't know. But I think that he didn't. We're gonna go with him. So I feel like it was bad. So I guess she is being extra, and
I think so. I think she's dragging it just a tad. Like, and then the fact that he started it off by saying she's always critiquing what the mother is wearing. So this isn't just because it's the wedding day. She's always nitpicking about the mother's clothes. Clearly, mom has a bunch of grown kids and she's trying to get her groove back. She's wearing small cutout slits in her dress and wearing one sleeve lace to the wedding. So grandma, and I don't know, let me not even call her grandma. I don't know if she's a grandma yet. Mom of the groom is trying to get her groove back. And that's all. I don't think she's trying to spite the bride at all. And black is a new wedding color. A lot of weddings used to be what, 1995? We're a long way from there, and the times are changing. And clearly, mom is hip. She's up on the trend. Husband, I don't think you're an a-hole for this. I think your wife is being extreme to ask you to kick your mother out of your wedding.
That's extreme, especially since she wasn't doing nothing. It doesn't sound like she was doing her usual shenanigans. She was really just trying to live. She was trying to catch somebody at the wedding.
And she probably thought she was killing it too. She said, I'm gonna show out in my one sleeve.
But the cutouts, I'm gonna grab somebody at the rehearsal dinner. Don't play with me.
Yes, and I would think like if the son didn't take offense to what she was wearing, you know, I feel like that would be the one person to be like, Mom, what are you wearing? To be embarrassed or something if it was that drab of an outfit.
And he also prefaced it by saying he usually sticks up for her. So then this time she was probably just wedding nerves and just over the top.
We're still in Zilla mode.
Total, that's
giving Zilla. That's what it is. But yeah, that's the Vows and Views, ladies and gents. That's what we got for today.
Let us know how you feel.
Here we go. What we doing? Sweet tunes.
You already know.
So Nettie, what did you pick this week?
So this week I picked Conversations in the Dark by John Legend. Yeah, it's such a really sweet song. Of course, the lyrics are there. And the video is really nice to watch. But it is a very, very good song to add to your wedding playlist or something to throw on and listen to. What about you?
That's a good one. I'm going to tune into the playlist.
Yeah.
This week I chose Better by Khalid. I love that song. Another one of my songs I keep on replay. So definitely can use it for whatever aspect of your wedding that you like. 2 good picks to add to your list.
Oh, love that. So, yeah, as you guys know, you can catch that on our Instagram if you want to hear a sample of the song. And also our wedding playlist on Sweet Tunes that are on YouTube. And also, I think if you search Apple Music, I made a little public playlist there. So you guys could probably check that out there as well.
Nice. You can jam on our playlist wherever you go.
You know, clean it up. So we made it to the end where we give our sugar and spouse wrap up.
Yes, and today's sugar, grooms, don't be afraid to be daring with your attire. It's your day too, and you should stand out. Wear what you want, change it up, get some nice fabrics, some nice drab, well, not drab, don't be like the groom's mom in our Vows and Views, but let your personality show a bit.
Yes. And for the spouse, this one goes out to the mother of the bride, mother of the groom, father of the bride, father of the groom.
Yeah, you got it.
Just make sure that you choose wedding attire that complements the bridal party, and you're all set. So
there you go. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
And of course, you know what to do. Subscribe. Come and see us on Instagram. Reach out to us. And, you know.
Don't forget, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple. You can definitely listen to the podcast and view parts of our podcast on.
Yes. So thanks for listening together.
All right.
Bye.